Palace. Welcome to our live stream, courtesy of HubCityRadio.com. Another year, another chance to prove that you belong among the state's best in B basketball. It's Viborg Hurley today and Aberdeen Christian. Last year, Christian knocking off Hurley here in the Palace and ascending to number one, where they maintain that spot all the way through the end of the season. So today, another chance to prove you can play with the best in the state as Viborg Hurley comes in number 3 rated. Aberdeen Christian getting votes several weeks ago before being knocked off by Howard here at the Palace. So we'll see how they fare today. The starting lineups quickly as we are ready for basketball. Angel Johnson, a 5'10 senior, with Hayden Gilbert, a junior at 6'1. Eli Boomgarden, a 6'5 senior. Grady Sherman, a 6'5 senior. And it'll be Grant Mickelson, a senior at 6'2. They come in 12-3. They've won 8 of 9. Isaacson, Russell, Weaker, Econger, and Becker for the Knights, who are 11 of 12 in the win column. They are 12-3 overall, and we are underway here from Mitchell's Corn Palace. The tip is up and 1, and it's Aberdeen Christian coming left to right on your screen here as we live stream from HubCityRadio.com. Just underway. This is session 2. We've had 4 games earlier here today. Econger works down inside and gets the first basket to fall. So the last time the Knights came down here, there was Howard, and they were beaten up a little bit as Brent was sick and Jet twisted an ankle. They're back to full health here tonight. And this is a big, huge game as Viborg Hurley throws it away, the first turnover of the afternoon. They have a tough schedule to finish it up, 3 left. And, of course, seed points are huge here this afternoon as nothing gets any easier down the stretch here for Aberdeen Christian. Weaker works on the right side. Bounces it up to Econger. Open on the wing. He'll feed it over to Jet Becker. Jet driving free throw line. Feeds it back to Isaacson. And now up top to Jet. Over to Brent. 17 on the shot clock. Econger works baseline. Spinning with the dribble. Drives underneath. Gets another look. Point blank. Misses this one. The rebound by Viborg Hurley. And on the run is Gilbert. Gilbert feeding down low. Johnson will drive. Feed it back out. Here's the 6'5 Boomgardner. Feeds it to Gust on the wing. A turnover to start it for Viborg Hurley. And it's 2-0 Aberdeen Christian. 20 on the shot clock. A head fake and a drive by Gilbert. Tries a reverse layup and not even close. It hits the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Viborg Hurley has won 3 straight, 8 of their last 9, while the Knights have won 11 of their last 12. The lone loss here at the Corn Palace to number 2 rated Howard, who will play here today. DeSmit also playing here tonight. Weaker cast one from 3, no good. Russell tries to gather the rebound, picked up by Gilbert. And he wants to push it ahead, has Johnson on the wing. He'll fly in around Becker, missed the shot short, and rebounded by Malik Weaker. So we're settled in here at the Corn Palace on our live stream from HubCityRadio.com. Very cold, glad you could make it here on our live stream. Here's the first turnover from Aberdeen Christian through the hands of Weaker as the temperature was 4 above coming into the Corn Palace. Projecting lows of some 20 to 25 below later this evening here across South Dakota. So it's 2-0 here in the Palace, and Viborg Hurley yet to score. 2 minutes in. Gust has it top of the key, feeds over to Gilbert, right side. Watch number 11 and number 12. They are 6'5". That's Sherman and Boomgarden. Here's Gust. His shot no good, and Isaacson with the rebound. Good start here for Aberdeen Christian, except the turnover a possession ago. Now Weaker above the circle. Stops and feeds over to Becker. Inside Econger. 2 good looks. Hit one of them. Now right side Isaacson. Head fake. Driving off the glass. Won't fall. 1 for 3 to start it off on the rebound by Sherman. Second straight year, Chase Mason, a no-go, tore his ACL back in football. Now down inside it is Sherman doing his thing, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Brady Sherman gets his first bucket. So Chase Mason, the 6'5 senior, we did not see him last year. I believe he had the flu. This year, a torn ACL dating back to football. Isaacson driving in out to Weaker. Now up to Ethan Russell's first look at a 3, no good. Rebounded by Sherman. Mason is on his way to Nebraska to play baseball. Johnson driving, baseline, leaves it short again. Econger the rebound. Mason had recent offers from SDSU and USD and Fresno State and Wyoming to play football. Offers from Kentucky and a host of other schools for basketball. He chose, or baseball. He chose the Big Red down in Nebraska. He's going to continue his career as a baseball man. Straight away, Ethan Russell dials it in. They'll need all kinds of that this afternoon. Russell had a great game down here in January against Howard. Then the injury by Jet Becker, or Becker had the big night, but they did not shoot so well that night here at the Corn Palace. Driving baseline, it's Boomgarden. His shot is short, rebounded by Ethan Russell. So it's 5-2 Aberdeen Christian against Viborg Hurley, the number 3 team in Class B in the latest poll on Monday. A slash to the baseline, the pass knocked away and picked up by Viborg Hurley, and the foul is called on Malik Weaker. So you can imagine Chase Mason, the 6'5", they say he's one of the best recruits, the best prospect in all of South Dakota, on his way to Nebraska to play baseball. Could you imagine what they would be with Chase Mason? And we have not seen him for 2 years, but what an athlete he is. And the torn ACL. So it'll be back to Viborg Hurley, a 3-point Christian lead. They work it around the perimeter. Down inside with the basketball is Gilbert in trouble. Feeds it back out. Up top, swing it all the way around. Boomgarden fires. Well short. Backside picked up. No good. Rebound battled for. Econger had it, then taken back by Sherman. Still on the loose and a fresh possession for Viborg Hurley. Driving the lane all the way is Gilbert. Picks up the mess and gets his first bucket. A 1-point Christian lead and 3 straight possessions. Not very good here for Aberdeen Christian. After starting down low, and then a 3 by Russell. Here's Russell on the wing. Between the legs, drives baseline on Viborg Hurley. Feeds it out. Malik Weaker has it. Now gives it head to Isaacson. Over to Russell. He'll bomb it again for 3. 2 in a row. 2 in a row for Ethan Russell to start it off. And that is a good sign for Christian Knight fans. Doubling up Viborg Hurley 8-4. Down inside, Sherman spinning on a pivot, throws it back out, swing it around. New man into the ballgame, Rasmussen, not even close. And a rebounding foul on Viborg Hurley. So the Cougars start slow from the floor, hitting just a couple of buckets, missing 5 or 6. Now Caden Clark will check in for Aberdeen Christian. Malik Weaker, a breather. And a nice start here for Christian, leading 8-4. Rob Waltman in the Corn Palace. Welcome in again this afternoon. Glad to bring you this live stream from Mitchell. Above the circle, Andrew Brennan new to the ball game. Feeds it off. Brent wants to drive. Feed it back out to Brennan. He'll go in the baseline in the jungle. Feed it back to Caden Clark. Now back up to Isaacson. Shot clock rolling at 17. Inside Russell. Nothing to do with it there. Back out. Inside they go. Back in and out. Now Clark has it. Feed it to Brent. He'll spin inside. No good. Over the back. Gets the rebound. Keeps it alive. Swings it up and picked off by Viborg Hurley. 8-4, the score stays. Boomgarden brings it down. On the run with the bounce above the circle. Picked up by Isaacson. And a whistle inside. Going to be an Aberdeen Christian foul. Caden Clark picking it up. Session 2 tonight. Looks like a State B in March. I'll get to that in a minute. I mean, all the good ones are here. And it's a preview of what we could see at the State B in Aberdeen. Shot no good by Viborg Hurley. Missed there by Blake Schroedermeyer, who's new to the ball game. 6'2" junior. Now it's into the hands of Brennan. 4-point lead. Ethan Russell hitting a 3 and missing a 3. Isaacson will dip inside. That'll be well short. Ball picked up and taken back by Viborg Hurley. Still the score stays 8-4. With it is Gilbert. He'll drive all the way down the lane. Count the basket. And the Knights did not get back there. A chance at a 3-point play. Hayden Gilbert, a 6'1" junior, has 4 of the 6 points. And now Weaker and Chet Becker are going to come in. Russell and Isaacson check out. And here's a free throw for Hayden Gilbert. Notable wins for this club this year. Hanson by 5. They destroyed Canastota. Gilbert gets the free throw, beating that club by 22. Losses to Class A, Vermilion and Chamberlain. For Viborg Hurley, they have Howard coming up here in a week or so. So their schedule is not easy down the road as well. Look at Malik Worker work the top of the circle with the bounce. Feeds it off to Econger. It is 8-7, a 1-point Christian lead. Weaker driving, floating, shooting, no good. Tough shot, rebounded underneath by Viborg Hurley. And a chance for the Cougars to take their first lead here tonight. Baseline. Sherman, or Boomgarden, bounces into Sherman. Ball swatted away, picked up by Andrew Brennan. Brennan will bring it down with a 1-point lead. We're 1 minute away from the second quarter. 7 minutes into this one, a 1-point Christian lead. Here's Brent holding, feeding around a screen. Weaker drives in and hits with the left hand. Malik Weaker in the books. 2 threes by Russell. Conger and Weaker with a bucket, a 3-point lead with 42 seconds to go in the quarter. Sherman, right side, holding, feeds up to Boomgarden. Now a 3 let go. No good. Long by Schroedermeyer and picked up long side on the top by Rasmussen. And now they can play it for 1 here. Can Viborg Hurley and tie the ball game. So a quick first quarter here at the Corn Palace to start session 2. 4 games in the books already. And Viborg Hurley will hold it for 1. Out top holding the basketball is Gilbert. He has 6 points here this afternoon. Now Boomgarden, the 6'5". Boomgarden gives to Sherman, right back to Boomgarden, and a whistle. And a foul on Viborg Hurley, leaving 3.7. Rasmussen picks up the foul, so Aberdeen Christian a chance here for the final shot of the first quarter with a 3-point lead. Not a great start, but not a bad start here for Aberdeen Christian this afternoon. Into Weaker, he'll have a look at it at midcourt. Here he is, letting it fly. Good if it goes, no. After 1 quarter of play here at the Corn Palace. Aberdeen Christian the lead here on this live stream, leading Viborg Hurley 10-7, second quarter straight ahead. Stay with us. One quarter in the books. Welcome back here. Session 1, Corsica Stickney beat Freeman Academy. Lyman over Bridgewater Emory. Hanson over Chamberlain. St. Thomas More defeating Del Rapids. After this, it's Del Rapids St. Mary's and number 4 Canastota. Then White River and number 1 DeSmit. And Howard, number 2 against number 5 Platte Geddes. What a lineup that is. Here's a 3 taken and hit out of the quarter break. Schroedermeyer. 6'2" junior Schroedermeyer ties the game at 10. Russell, a couple of threes in that first quarter. Top of the key, Becker. Wanting to drive, keeps the bounce. There's Conger with it. 1 bounce, give it off to Isaacson. He has a look at a 3, lets it go. Good. Jackson Isaacson, the 3rd triple this afternoon for Aberdeen Christian. And a 13-10 lead early here in the second quarter. Gust fires it into Sherman. Backside, Johnson cutting to the hole and swatted away by Brent Conger cleanly. Cleanly knocked away by Conger to clean up the mess underneath. It stays with Viborg Hurley down by 3. Gust will throw it in. Looking out top to Johnson. Head of the pack, Gilbert. He'll fire another one. No good. Rebounded by Malik Weaker. 13-10 Christian. Received votes once right before the Howard game in the polls this year. That's it. Should they win this today, they should crack the top 5 again, one would think. Here is Weaker, bombing for 3, 2 in a row. Malik Weaker and Jackson Isaacson. That's 4 threes and a 16-10 lead. Johnson, wing to Gust. Baseline into Sherman, quickly doubled up. Good defense by Aberdeen Christian. Sherman stepping through the defense and gets it to go. Grady Sherman has 4. He is 6'5". Lots of size down there for Viborg Hurley, but Aberdeen Christian countering as well. Weaker guns away again. Downtown, he's got another one. 2 threes for Weaker, 2 threes for Russell. It's a 9-point lead. 19-10 into Sherman they'll go. He's doubled up quickly. What good defense by Aberdeen Christian, and a whistle blows. And what do they call here? Was it traveling? I believe so, on Viborg Hurley. And the Christian Knights about to go up double digits here at the Corn Palace on this frigid Saturday. Now checking back in is Boomgarden. He has yet to score. Number 11 on your screen. The blonde-haired Boomgarden has yet to score in the ball game. He's the other 6'5" senior. Timeout taken, a 19-12 advantage here from the Corn Palace on HubCityRadio.com. So timeout taken. It'll be Christian basketball. Rob Waltman back. We're high above the Corn Palace. 3 more games to follow this up. 4 earlier, as I had mentioned, here in this Dakota Wesleyan Classic, sponsored by Culver's. So a flurry of threes here lately by Christian. They're up by 7. Kind of a slow start, but a good enough start here for a nice lead. They're shooting the ball well. And a steal here. Johnson takes it away from Malik Weaker. So the other way we come with Johnson handling it out top, Weaker defending. And good double teams down inside here for Aberdeen Christian when Sherman or Boomgarden get it inside. A quick double comes. They've had trouble with that here this afternoon. Boomgarden drives, fading 15-footer. Tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Ethan Russell. Russell started the flurry of threes with the first one in the first quarter, and now 5 have been made by Aberdeen Christian. Right side, Ekunger tries to bounce it inside. Kicked, though, by Sherman. It'll go back to Aberdeen Christian. Both clubs coming in 12-3. Tough schedules down the stretch. Just 3 remaining for the Knights after this one, but they are all tough games. Ekunger inside, feeds it out to Isaacson. He'll line it up for 3 downtown. No, Ekunger the rebound, keeps it alive. Brent throws it to Weaker at the free throw line. Open is Russell, baseline, launching the 3, another one. Another 3 for Ethan Russell. 3 triples here this afternoon. And they are red hot right now, and a 10-point lead. Johnson feeds it out to Gust. Back to Johnson. What a start here by Aberdeen Christian. Bounce it in to Sherman. He'll come out and get it. Now on a drive. In a quick double again. Good defense. Gust, open man, feeds on the wing. That's Schroedermeyer, no good. And Ekunger there again for yet another rebound. And here are the Knights, up 22-12 with 4:26 to go in the second quarter. Crossover, Weaker, driving inside, feeding Ekunger. Goes hard to the rim, count it, and a chance at a 3-point play. Oh, what a start here for the Knights. He ran over Grady Sherman, draws the foul, drops in the bucket. Now at the free throw line is Ekunger, working on 5 points this afternoon. And a 12-point lead, 24-12, the biggest this afternoon. So the Knights have Langford, who are lurking in Region 1 behind Warner. Then Roncalli, both at home. And then they finish it up in Groton, a couple of Class A schools. So some big seed points ahead if the Knights can run the table starting this afternoon to maintain that position in Region 1 in first place. And Warner's right on their tail. Let me tell you, that Warner club is scary right now. Here's a block inside by Ekunger. Warner is 12-3, and they are just about a tenth of a point in seed points behind Aberdeen Christian as it sits right now this afternoon. Foul is called on the Knights into the free throw line. Is Gilbert, where he misses. So you got Christian with 44 seed points, Warner with 43.933. Then it's Wabash, Summit, and Lankford. It is really tightened up in Region 2 between Christian and Warner. Warner beating Aberdeen Christian earlier, of course, early in the season. Losing by just 2 points or 1 point. Losing to Ipswich as well by a point or two. And then losing to Howard by 5. Both free throws missed, and here's Conger driving and slipping. Will they call the foul? Nope, they'll call the traveling. Turn it over to Viborg Hurley. The score at 24-12. Aberdeen Christian, 3:46 to go in the second. So if you look at the Christian schedule early on, if they hadn't dropped that Warner-Ipswich couple of games, then losing to Howard, who knows? Timeout on the court. We'll be back in a moment. 24-12, Aberdeen Christian, the lead. 12-point Aberdeen Christian lead. Welcome back to the Corn Palace. We'll talk with David Rohrbach, the head coach, at halftime here in just a few minutes. 3:41 to go in the second. Tough start here for Viborg Hurley, but credit the Aberdeen Christian defense. And the shooting of the three. Gust, right side. Feed it up to Gilbert. Sherman and Boomgarden have been non-factors so far. They're two stars. Way downtown, way short by Boomgarden. And out of bounds it goes to Aberdeen Christian. The Knights are 6 of 9 from long range here on my numbers this afternoon. 3:20 to go. Russell leading the way with 3 threes and 9 points. There he is with the basketball. Drop it low. Conger baseline. Wants to bounce it inside. Kicked away and out of bounds. Garden stays with the Knights. See if they can build upon this 12-point lead heading to the locker room. Caden Clark is in with Andrew Brennan now for Aberdeen Christian. Brent has to throw it long to Isaacson. Over to Andrew Brennan. Brennan works with the dribble. Now feeds back to Brent Conger. Now to Caden Clark. Shot clock rolling at 14. Jackson, step back 14-footer using glass. No good. Rebounded underneath by Schroedermeyer. Viborg Hurley on a dry spell here. Here's Boomgarden. Now to Gus. They're just out of sync offensively with this good defense by Aberdeen Christian. Swinging it around, 12 on the shot clock. Boomgarden trying his luck down the lane again. Leaves it short. Rebound snagged out of the air by Conger. Off to Andrew Brennan. 2.5 to go here in the first half. Brennan crossing over, driving down the lane. No looks it to Isaacson, casting for 3 baseline. No good. Rebound tapped out and kept alive. Brennan has it. He'll toss it high to Clark. Now over to Isaacson. Driving is Brennan. Into a double. Feeds it out Isaacson. Jackson will drive. Shot clock, 20 seconds. Plenty of time here. 2 minutes left in the second. And, oh, no, miscommunication. Jackson trying to feed it to Andrew Brennan. Out of bounds it goes. Back to Viborg Hurley. So the Cougars have Howard on their schedule in Viborg on the 18th of February. They also have Menno and Madison left on their schedule. And then as we've talked, who's going to beat DeSmit? who's going to beat DeSmet? Nobody has yet. In Class B, they get White River later this evening, as White River will step up to the plate and see what they can do with DeSmet this afternoon. Down inside, driving Gilbert, foul called, and Gilbert to the free throw line. So very lackluster to the Cougars look here this afternoon. Gilbert to the free throw line. And the first one, no good. They just can't buy anything. Outside, inside free throws. They are really struggling right now. 1:38 to go in the second. DeSmet has won 12 in a row. They have Lake Preston, Oldham, Ramona, Rutland left on their schedule. Along with tonight, the contest with White River. But all the Class B Goliaths have stepped up and all have been denied by the Bulldogs this year. Jet Becker, he's been quiet here in the first half, driving and dishing to Econger. He'll drive, spin on a pivot, can't get the shot away, feeds it back out to Weaker. Another three, this one blocked by Gilbert, picked right back up by Malik Weaker. Behind a screen, thinking for another three. Now feeds to Becker, he'll drive baseline into a double team, spin away from it, shoot with the left hand, and leave it short. No foul called there. Here comes Viborg Hurley. They haven't had a bucket in a long, long time. 5 or 6 minutes here, it seems like. 24-12, the score remains here late in the second quarter, under a minute to go. Boomgarden in trouble, nearly traveled, dishes it back out. Now a three by Rasmussen, no good. They're ice cold, and now a foul underneath by Rasmussen. So non-shooting right back to Aberdeen Christian, 46.3 left. They get a shot, a good look at a good look here, and a bucket, and play defense for the final 15 or 20. They're in great shape going to the locker room. Weaker up top, driving. There's Russell. Started hot. Feeds over to Brennan. Brennan has a seam. Down the lane he goes. Off the window, no. Tapped out by Brent, picked up by Gilbert. And they'll have the final possession here, as they have not had a bucket in a long time. Can't even buy a free throw here. Gilbert holds it up top. Brennan defending. We're at 20 seconds to go. Rasmussen and Gilbert play catch. So join us. David Rohrbach joins us in just a moment, as we taped him yesterday at the Civic Arena practice. Talk a little basketball with the coach. Boomgarden. 4 seconds to go. Hounding defense by Russell. Throws it up. Finally something goes, and that's the end of the half. Boomgarden getting his first point here of the game. But it's a 10-point Aberdeen Christian lead. Stay tuned. Coach David Rohrbach joins us next here from the Corn Palace.
Coach David Rohrbach, and David, we haven't seen you for a little while. Last time I saw you was Wabash Summit. And then after that, you had some problems. Jet Becker goes down, Brent gets sick. Tell me how it's been since then.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a hiccup at the road against Howard at Corn Palace, and then that's the game where Jet rolled his ankle. Actually, not a horrible stretch, for him to miss a couple of games in there, because we've actually almost had 2 weeks off since we just played last night, because we had a game canceled due to the other school having some COVID issues. So, we definitely had some good practices in there. Almost too many at this point in the year, just having a couple of weeks off without a game. But it was nice to get back on the floor last night and get the guys playing again. Really nice to get a game in before we see Viborg Saturday.
Last year, great game, come from behind. Now we get to see him again. Second straight year, we won't see Chase Mason. It's good for us. Of a player, but what do you see? They still have size. They're very good. One of the better teams, of course, down in the South. What are you looking at for today?
Yeah, it's too bad for them, and just typically for basketball fans, but Chase is a really good athlete. He's going to have a good college career, I'm sure, and I think baseball he chose. But they're really long, very athletic, and just looking at them in film, they have a lot of guys that can be very interchangeable. Different guys that can post up, different guys that can kind of play on the wing, and they even bring size in off the bench. So just pretty deep, pretty long. So it's going to be big for us to be physical, keep them off the glass. We really had an emphasis last week in practice of just really being physical and doing the best we can on the boards. And then obviously Grady Sherman's really good player, and keeping him off the boards and really containing him is really going to be a big focal point for us.
Last year going into this game, you had after we got done with the Twin Palace, you had a bullseye on your back, but that skipped away. Number one, that by memory said, all the way through. Got some bullets, then you lost to Howard, flying into the radar. Do you like that better than the big bullseye you had last year?
Well, you're right. That was, we beat, we beat last year Viborg Cougars, and that really motivated us to, I think, that number one spot, and we kept it the whole way through. To some degree, it's nice fun under the radar because it keeps a chip under the guys' shoulders. We still believe we're one of the better teams in Class B. And so from that standpoint, it kind of adds a chip on your shoulder. You get it. You have to beat the teams to be up there, but and so you don't blame anybody but yourself for not being up there. But you do have a little chip on your shoulder and want to prove that you're one of the better teams, and you'd like to be considered how you view yourself. But again, you got to go take care of business and beat the teams that are receiving the votes and ranked to be up there. So it's really a good. We played the number 3 team when Howard was ranked number 3, and now we get another chance at Viborg, who's now the number 1 team. So a really good opportunity for us to show we belong. But either way, we just gotta get better every day, and our ultimate goal is to be where we want to be, come postseason. Just really excited though for the opportunity to play a really good team.
Well, hopefully we'll have this injury thing behind us. You always get a feel during the season. Everybody 100% is Jet, totally 100%, and everybody totally, and you still got a little more something.
No, I mean, Jet's still going to the doctor, icing his ankle. So I don't think he's 100%. But he's good enough to play, so we're gonna give him a go, obviously. And Brent's been battling some neck soreness and different head soreness, so he's been seeing the chiropractor. But he's obviously more than good enough to go. So at this part of the year, it's just one of those. You're gonna have a couple nicks and bruises, so we're gonna. The guys are ready to roll. They're going to push through it, and we're really, whatever happens, if we have a game plan in place for next man up, whatever, whether it's foul trouble or someone can't go because if Jet's ankle is just giving him trouble, we have guys ready to roll. So we're excited and just really hoping though that everybody is able to play to the best of their capability, and hopefully that goes as planned.
I hope so. We're getting close, so it won't be long. We're usually starting. I saw Warner, last year. Let's go back a little time.
Yeah.
I wish I could see you guys more, but saw Warner in the Twitch play, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, and I said going in, last year we beat them easily. They're scary. They're a scary kind of team that I think in March they're gonna be there, aren't they?
Yeah. Warner's playing really well right now. They just beat Redfield. Who's having a good season this year, Class A sport. They just beat Redfield by, I want to say it was close to 20 points. They're another team that plays physical and they play solid. That stuff translates to the postseason. Teams that are good year in and year out are teams that get after it defensively, and then have guys that can score. They have guys that can score like Lightholt and different people. So they'll definitely be a tough out come postseason.
Well, we're getting close to it. You have good practices here going into this Corn Palace deal. You feel very confident. Practice went how you wanted. Guys are in good attitudes, good frame of mind.
Yeah. This extended break really gave us a good chance to get some good film study in and really have some concentrated practices. We were able to get back to who we are, over the practice sessions. I thought we had some really good, some intense practices, some focused practices, and I thought the guys were engaged really well also. So, I think now, we just hope it really translates on the court.
Yep, we'll see what happens. It's always exciting. Another successful season, not done yet. Long way to go. Is the bus going to be running during the game, by the way?
It's going to be too cold to restart it, that's for sure.
Good luck. Good luck, David. I hope to see you down the line. I'm sure we will.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep.
Back at the Corn Palace, ready for the third quarter of action. Rob Waltman, courtside, high above the Corn Palace. Here we go. Great first half for Aberdeen Christian. And a 10-point lead. They had it up to 12 at 24-12 in that second quarter. Now enter the third with a comfortable 10-point lead. I don't know if that's the right word, but a very nice 10-point lead. Boomgarden shut down. Sherman shut down. Here is Boomgarden trying to get to the rim. Cannot. Feeds it out to Gust. Shot clock rolling at 15. Johnson wants a three. He's cut off. Back over to Gust, wanting to go into Boomgarden. Gust will drive down the lane through a double team. Lost it out of bounds. Stays with Viborg Hurley, but only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sherman just 4 points. Boomgarden 2 in that first half. Here is Gust. Somebody will have to take a three. 2 seconds left. They're not going to get it off. Boomgarden at the horn. It counts. Oh, my. Let's hope that's not the spark they were looking for here today at the Corn Palace. 24-17. A huge shot to open it up here for Viborg Hurley. Weaker driving around the perimeter, surveying. Now wants to set it up atop the circle. Feeds over to Becker. I don't believe he shot a three yet this afternoon. Isaacson driving out to Jet. Jet twisting that ankle here back in January at the Corn Palace. Not 100%, but he's back wearing a brace. Drop it into Econger. Behind him is Sherman. He'll shoot with the left hand. No. Rebounded by Sherman. And, a foul on Brent as he went down, and he'll get rang up here. And that is Brent's second foul. So Viborg Hurley the basketball. After hitting that three right at the shot clock horn. Now Gust feeds it up to Johnson. They give him the shot. He won't take it. Over to Sherman. Now to Boomgarden. He's becoming very active. Here he is to the rim. The big fella all the way down the lane. 7 points for Boomgarden. He had 2 in one half of play. That was the last shot of the second quarter. Jet Becker firing for 3. Good. Oh, the Knights continue to light it up from downtown, and Becker getting in the action. Down inside, they'll feed Sherman. Shoots into a double team, and here we go. Grady Sherman now with 6, and now things are getting interesting. 27-21, just a 6-point Christian lead. Isaacson holding up to Becker. Over to Weaker. Malik jab stepping up to Jackson, firing the 3. This one no good. Just the 5th one they've missed today. Out to Johnson, a 6-point advantage. Johnson again, right side, won't shoot it. Sherman to Gust. Boomgarden comes around. He's been very active to start the third. Here he is with the basketball. Losing control, has to give it off to Johnson. Down inside, a shot off the window, another one good. That's Sherman. So here comes Sherman and Boomgarden, and the lead has been trimmed to 4. A 10-point lead at halftime now, just 4 here, 3 minutes into the third quarter. Becker gives it up to Weaker. He's going to long range, way too far out there. Here's Jackson with the rebound. Keeps it alive, feeds baseline. Ethan Russell tries to fill it up. That'll be short. 3 threes missed in a row here by Aberdeen Christian after that great start. And leading 27-23. Russell had a really good look there at it. Down inside Sherman again. Backdoor cut. Johnson runs into Econger. Brings it back out to Gust. Now back into Sherman. Spinning again. Has to throw it back out to Gust. No shot there. Boomgarden now takes over. Top of the key. Here he goes. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Boomgarden driving and attacking. Step back 17-footer. No good. Falls off the rim into the hands of Gilbert in an offensive possession. Gilbert down the lane. Altered by Econger. Picked up by Sherman. Put in by Sherman. And Grady Sherman now feeling it here in the third quarter. Cutting the lead down to 2. 4 minutes to go. Timeout. Coach Rohrbach will pause as well. A 2-point night lead here on HubCityRadio.com. All Viborg Hurley here in the third quarter. Down by 10 at halftime, now down by just 2. And Aberdeen Christian struggling here in the third, missing their threes. And the defense that was so effective in the first half now being exploited by Viborg Hurley. Jet Becker driving, feeding off to Weaker. Drop it into Econger. He'll work on Sherman. Spinning again, shooting with the left hand. That'll be short, no good. And the rebound by Boomgarden. Now a chance to tie or take the lead. Here comes Boomgarden in the open court, driving to the rim, stopping, feeding Gilbert baseline. He'll drive in on Weaker. Scoops underneath, no good. Tip back, good. We're tied. 8 points by Hayden Gilbert ties the game at 27 at the 3:20 mark of the third. So a huge run here. 3 points is all in the quarter for Aberdeen Christian. 13-3 is the run now by Viborg Hurley. Jackson Isaacson point blank, can't get it to go. Hayden Gilbert has the rebound. A 3-on-3 develops the other way. Gilbert takes it all the way, misses, rebounded by Econger. Throws it out to Weaker. Deadlocked at 27. 2:50 go in the third. Becker now drives baseline, and a foul is called on Viborg Hurley's Rasmussen. So a 13-3 run here in the third quarter by Viborg Hurley ties this at 27. Inbound for Christian. Swing it around to Econger. Holds at the free throw line, back to Weaker, setting up the three. It's not there. He'll drive baseline anyway around Gilbert. Throw it up off the window and got to the rim. Malik Weaker has a couple of threes and a couple of buckets. 10 points for Weaker. 3 threes for Russell. A 3 by Becker and a 3 by Isaacson. 7 threes in the ball game. And they're going to need 7 or 8 more, one would think, the way this is setting up here. Driving Rasmussen's finger roll, no good. Rebound put back is there by Grady Sherman again, and he's having a big third quarter. Ties us at 29. 2 minutes to go, third. Weaker lost it up top. Gilbert fighting for it. Weaker has it, and a whistle blows. Timeout quickly by Aberdeen Christian. We are tied at 29 in the Corn Palace as we go to break here from HubCityRadio.com. Saving the possession as Weaker calling timeout. Back to action and deadlocked at 29. The Knights struggling here in the third quarter. Into Econger. Baseline. Gets point blank. Misses this one. Got his own rebound. Puts it back. Brings it back out to Weaker at the free throw line. Has to reset the offense. Drop it into Caden Clark, and nobody's home. It's stole away by Boomgarden. Now Viborg Hurley a chance to take their first lead. What would seem to be since early in the first quarter. Rasmussen driving, giving to Sherman. Behind him is Clark, up to Gilbert. Swing it around, up top. Boomgarden has it again. Sherman's been the guy here in this quarter. Now Rasmussen driving on Econger. Throws it up, no good. Rebounded by Brent. And still tied at 29. 1:10 to go, third quarter. Just 3 points in the quarter. Or 5, pardon me, in the quarter here by Aberdeen Christian. And here they turn it over. Russell cannot handle the pass. It goes baseline out of bounds. And the Knights are struggling big time after a great first half. Weaker checks out. Russell checks out. Caden Clark and Andrew Brennan on the court now. That hot start of threes has been ice cold here in the third quarter. Gilbert driving on Brennan all the way to the rim, and a killer there. Hayden Gilbert, the junior, has 10 points. 31-29. Viborg Hurley has taken the lead here. Late in the third quarter with 40 seconds to go. Brennan threw his hands out of bounds. And Aberdeen Christian falling apart here in the third. Down by 2, 36.7 to go in the third quarter. led by Sherman here in this third. Still a long way to go. Sherman and Baumgarten leading the way scoring here, with Gilbert adding 10 for Viborg Hurley. They'll hold it for one. 18 seconds left here in the third. 10-point halftime lead has evaporated here. Baumgarten now with the foul called on Isaacson. Going to be non-shooting. So they'll have 10 seconds here to throw it in on the sideline and get a look at it. Gilbert to toss in. Has Baumgarten. He'll step back for three. No good. Rebounded by Aberdeen Christian. Stole away and put right back up and in by Schroedermeyer. And now with 1 second to go, here's Brennan at the horn. He got it in. Brennan, a leaning, twisting, running jump shot off the window that goes in at the end of the third quarter. Can you believe it? Oh, did they need that one. Aberdeen Christian down by one. We head to the fourth here from the Corn Palace. Fourth quarter, here we go. Oh boy, did they need that shot from Andrew Brennan in a big way. Ethan Russell has disappeared here in the second half. And he started hot, and they need some help right now. Down by one, 33-32. Viborg Hurley the lead. Aberdeen Christian the basketball. Rob Waltman in the Corn Palace. And it comes down to all the marbles here in the fourth quarter. Conger has gotten great looks down inside. Left a bunch of them short here. Now pressured out by Sherman with the basketball. Has to get rid of it and does not. Oh, a timeout right before the possession change. Quick timeout again. We're back in a moment. 1 point Viborg Hurley lead. A full timeout here at the Corn Palace. One point Cougar lead. Aberdeen Christian ball out of the timeout. Well, let's see what happens in the final 7:34. Throw it to Conger, doubled up, back to Weaker, back up to Conger, nearly a steal by Gilbert. Brent will drive now and try to dish, and knocked away by Viborg Hurley. Well, they played with Howard. We know they can play with the best here in the South. You must steal the deal They did last year, did not last month, and today down by 1 point. Got to seal this up here. Shot clock at 1. Conger fires for 3. No. And a rebound by Gilbert. On the run goes Hayden Gilbert. Gilbert throws it baseline. Rasmussen driving again, cut off by Brent. Throw it back out to Boomgarden. They'll reset it here with 7 minutes to go. High screen set. Sherman, Boomgarden around it, driving all the way the lane. Partially tipped by Conger, then put back up and in by guess who? Grady Sherman again, racking up the points. 14 of the Cougar points from Sherman. They're all been inside. Here's Isaacson wanting to drive all the way down the lane, and a foul before the shot. Schroedermeyer picks it up. So it'll be Christian Ball underneath. Down 35-32, biggest lead for Viborg Hurley this afternoon. While Aberdeen Christian enjoyed a 12-point first half lead. Here's a bad pass and a steal by Gilbert. He's on the run, chasing his Becker, and the free throw, or the ball does not go in, but hooked up and in by Sherman again, and he is killing him down inside, this guy. Sherman now with 16, and the lead is 5. They need a bucket here. Conger baseline. Need a good possession. Brent driving up to Weaker. There's a good look. No, won't fall. Rebounded by Sherman. Reach in on Brent. So Sherman taking over this basketball game, and the Knights have gone ice cold from long range. That is the difference right now. The lead is at 5. They cannot let this slip away anymore. Howard coming up later against Platte Geddes. That's a 2-5 matchup here at the Corn Palace. Howard has to play Canastota and also Viborg Hurley to finish up the season. What a brutal schedule they have. Top-rated teams all the way down the stretch. Boomgarden driving. Feeds it up to Gilbert. He's been big here in this one. Gilbert drives in, throws in another. Oh, my. 12 by Hayden Gilbert and a 7-point lead. Just 8 points here in the half by Aberdeen Christian after that really good first half. They have gone ice cold. 24 at the break, now just 32, and we're midway through the fourth quarter nearly. Jackson driving, open look, Russell. He's going to let it fly. Going to be short and no good. Ice cold they are. 7-point lead now. 5:25, still plenty of time here, but they need something to fall. They got to stop the penetration by Sherman inside. Right side, Schroedermeyer stops at the free throw line, feeds it out to Rasmussen. He'll take the 3 on its way. No, rebound inside. Becker taps it to Malik Weaker. Big possession here at the 5-minute mark here for the Knights. 39-32 Viborg Hurley. Nobody can dial up a 3 right now. Becker gets body bumped by Rasmussen at the free throw line, non-shooting. Third team foul on Viborg Hurley. So 2 points in the, pardon me, the Knights have not scored in this fourth quarter, and scoring just 8 here in the second half. Not going to get it done. But as you know, they can score in a hurry. Somebody's got to get hot here. Jet Becker atop the circle. Driving, stepping back, bouncing into 3 land, feeds it off to Conger. Shot clock, plenty of time, 22 seconds to go. Now Russell posting low. He's doubled up, reverse layup, got it. First 2-point field goal for Ethan. He has 11, 3 threes to go along with that. Cuts the lead down to 5 with 4.5 to go. Where's the defense that was ever so prominent here in the first half? Feed it into Sherman. He's fouled going in, and free throws are coming. They shut down Sherman inside in the first half, and he is cutting loose here in the second. Becker picks up the foul, and Grady with 16 points to the free throw line with 2 shots. First one is good. Becker is out. Caden Clark checks in. Sherman trying to give him back a 7-point lead. It stays at 6, missing. Ethan Russell with the rebound and a foul. Not sure if they called a foul or a lane violation. It'll be Christian Ball when we come back. Timeout by Viborg Hurley, leading by 6, 4:22 to go on HubCityRadio.com. Here we go down the stretch. Knights in trouble, needing some production from somebody. Trailing by 6. Bucket here is huge. Malik Weaker driving. Cross the lane, free throw line. Feeding to Isaacson. Down the lane he goes. Stripped cleanly, picked off, and recovered by Russell in the corner. Still 15 on the shot clock. He'll skip it over to Weaker. He'll launch the 3. No, nothing falling here in the rebound by Sherman again. All these games will be replayed, and you can check them out later on the Aberdeen Christianite YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that, as we'll repost all the games all season, and they're all there for you. Here is a jump shot on the baseline by Boomgarden, no good. Offensive rebound, back to Boomgarden, letting the 3 fly, no good. Rebound stretched out as Russell, then taken away by Sherman, but a reach-in foul on Sherman. That'll be the 4th team foul. Non-shooting, so again it's Christian basketball. Plenty of time left here, but down by 6, 3.5 to go. Can't get anything to fall here in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Caden Clark out to Weaker. Passes up the 3, throws it into Clark. He throws it back out. There's a good look. Ethan Russell straight away, no, nothing falling. Tapped long into the hands of Weaker. He'll bomb for 3, no! And the rebound underneath by Sherman. They have gone ice cold here in the second half. We hit them for 6 of 9 to start it out, and I don't know what the numbers are now in the 3rd and 4th, but they're horrendous here at the Corn Palace. Shot by Boomgarden, missed, and rebounded by Aberdeen Christian, down by 6. Jackson driving, trying to penetrate, create something. It falls, and it counts. And a chance at a three-point play, whatever works, young fella. A chance at a three-point play and a huge bucket by Jackson Isaacson. Well, they hit 5 or 6 threes in the first half, just 1 or 2 here in the second. And now Jackson Isaacson, with 2:50 to go, can trim this to 3. Who will step up and hit the big shot here today at the Corn Palace? Last year they came from behind to beat Viborg Hurley, and Andrew Rohrbach hit a couple of big shots down the stretch. Free throw missed. It stays a 4-point lead. Huge defensive stand here for the Knights. They need a stop. Gilbert, shot clock at 20, game clock 2:34. Screen set by Sherman. Gilbert goes baseline, cut off there by Econger. Helped by Weaker, out to Gus. And wide open for the 3 is Schroedermeyer. And oh my, his second 3 of the ball game, and that is a dagger. 43-36, 2:16 to go. They've hit him when they needed him. Now driving is Russell. Throw it out top. Shot there by Isaacson. Step back 3 won't fall. Russell the rebound, and a foul is called underneath. And it's going to be Aberdeen Christian, probably Russell over the back. And it is. Just like that. Time ticking, 2:05 to go. A huge shot by Schroedermeyer off the bench. He has 8 this afternoon. None bigger than that one. The score 43-36 Viborg Hurley. They are the 3rd-rated club in Class B. Gilbert has it baseline, picked up there by Russell. To Sherman. Becker defending. 14 shot, game at 144. Boomgarden out top. gives it off. Driving underneath. Shot clock down to 4. Boomgarden has to retain. Fires the 3. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. How on earth did that happen? 46-36. Russell tries to counter. Nothing, falling again. Rebound scrambled for. Picked up by Russell. Blocked underneath by Sherman. And taken back by Viborg Hurley. And that's going to do it here this afternoon. And then a foul. And it'll be Viborg Hurley basketball. It is a 10-point lead. Just like that. Couple of big shots. Rasmussen hits one on the corner. Shot clock rolling. Ball almost out of bounds. Boomgarden picks it up. Hits it at the horn. And we have a 10-point game. So Cougars take timeout. They are in control of this one. 1:12 to go from the Corn Palace. Stay here. .10 to go. Viborg Hurley the basketball. Jackson Isaacson the body bump. Down by 10. Just 12 points here in the half for Aberdeen Christian. 7 threes made in the first half. Just 1 3 in the second half. And the percentages would be 1 of 10 or 12 or somewhere here in the second half. It's not good at all. And here is Boomgarden. He's got a free throw, an 11-point lead. Christian had a 24-12 lead in that first half. They looked excellent. You got a feel for these guys. They looked so good in that first half. And the lids were welded shut here in the second half. Boomgarden hits again. So a 12-point lead, 1 and change to go. Malik Weaker. Second straight appearance to the Corn Palace this year. And here is a 3 by Jet Becker. I don't think he called glass, but it counts. Timeout Aberdeen Christian. 48-39 from HubCityRadio.com. Viborg Hurley with the advantage. The damage done by Boomgarden and Sherman here in the second half as they've combined for 29 of the 48 on the scoreboard. And most of that 29 coming in the second half by those two players. Here is Boomgarden in traffic with it. Christian going for the steal, now having to foul and send the Cougars to the free throw line with 11-point advantage and 49.3 left. So Christian has 3 games left. They'll host Langford and Roncalli off to Groton. Not an easy schedule there. Viborg Hurley must must play Menno and Madison, and Howard. Howard, the number 2 rated team, is on their schedule in a week and a half. Boomgarden missing, and Brennan has the rebound. They'll have to hurry here and get a 3 away very quickly, and they throw it away out of bounds, last touched by Aberdeen Christian. Warner out of Region 1, just trailing Christian now as we look at that. With this coming in the way it is going to end here in a loss, Warner watching this in a foul, sending Sherman to the free throw line. As I mentioned, they are lurking in second place. Warner has a very tough schedule left. They have Waverly South Shore on the road, a 13-3 club. Class A Florence Henry, Class A Groton, both on the road, both above 500. And then host Arlington. So this thing could seesaw back and forth. Warner and Aberdeen Christian the rest of the way in Region 1. Free throw no good by Sherman, rebounded by Econger. And a foul on Viborg Hurley. Non-shooting, Rasmussen picks it up, so it's going to go right down to the wire, apparently now with this loss here at the Corn Palace for Aberdeen Christian and Warner. Wabash Summit in 3rd place and Langford in 4th place. Potter County and Ipswich battling in Region 2 for 1 and 2 over there. Malik Weaker coming the other way, needing a 3 quickly. He'll drive baseline, throw it out. Isaacson on the wing, throwing up a tough 3, no good. Rebounded by Ethan Russell, then picked up in the corner by Boomgarden, or Schroedermeyer, that is, and he'll be fouled. Into the free throw line we go with 23.8 seconds left. Malik Weaker picks it up. Free throws for Viborg Hurley. So Viborg Hurley is going to win their 9th out of their last 10. Aberdeen Christian's 3-game win streak is halted here. The free throw no good. Thanks for tuning in to our Hub City Radio live stream. Thanks to Talmadge and Brian. Plugging in everything and getting us on the air here from the Corn Palace. A lot of work involved there for sure. Here is Becker, long range, going to be short, no good. Brent has the rebound, taken away, and a foul by Sherman. Brent going down hard, and it'll be non-shooting. Or, pardon me, the 7th team foul. 1-1 for Econger with 13 seconds to go, and a disappointing second half here for Aberdeen Christian for sure. They're starstruck, really, after handling this club in the first half. I would not have predicted this in the second half at all. Brent gets the free throw. 5 points for Brent. Becker has 6, Weaker 10. Free throw no good. Malik fires a 3 and a foul again. 11 for Russell, 5 for Isaacson, 3 for Brennan. Well, you thought when Brennan hit that third quarter fading, twisting, leaning 3-point shot with one hand that maybe that would spark this Christian club in the fourth quarter, but that was really the only high point here in the second half. Just an 8-point advantage, but free throws here for Brady Sherman. He'll try to push it back up to 10. He's got 18. $19 for Sherman, a 10-point lead, and that could be our final score as Weaker lobs up a 3, no good, and that's going to do it here from the Corn Palace. First game of session 1 goes to Viborg Hurley. 50-40 is the final. Thanks to Talmadge and Brian. Thanks to you for listening in Hub City Radio on our live stream. Well, we'll stay here, and I'll give you, let's just watch here as they're not going to play music. We can stay for just a moment. Dale Rapids, St. Mary's, and Canastota are next. White River, then DeSmit, then Howard, and Platte Geddes. And it just announced Sherman's numbers, 20 points and 13 rebounds, as he's the MVP of this game. 13 rebounds for Sherman. A lot of that done in the third and fourth quarter. Good game for Viborg Hurley, disappointing here for Aberdeen Christian. With that, we will depart the Corn Palace. Our final, Viborg Hurley 50 and the Knights 40. So long from Mitchell.